Hey, what's up, y'all? I don't want to be too long with this one because honestly, I had a really long day at work and I'm kind of tired. But I do want to ask a question. For a few reasons. What the fuck have Pan Africans done for Africa? Um, the reason I'm asking this is because in the midst of Abos versus Pan Africans and all that stuff, I'm starting to wonder something. Why are we even arguing with these people when they haven't done shit for the people they're supposedly fighting for? I'm just wondering. I'm just wondering. Like, to me, this shit is ridiculous. Like, better yet, fuck that. No. It doesn't matter. Okay. I don't care how many history tests you guys do. I don't care how much secrets you discover. I don't care how many mystery planets you guys want to be involved with. I don't care how much white guy talking points y'all want to make. I'm wondering what the fuck have Pan Africans done for Africa, period. Let's just do a little quick rundown of Pan Africanism. Let's just do it real fast. Okay. For one, you have Marcus Garvey, who married a white woman. After all this black people talk, all this black shit, ended up fucking white women. Okay. Same thing with Tupac. All this, keep your head up and all that bullshit. Okay, he's dating Madonna. So it's like, nigga, y'all after a while have to accept your fake asses. And it's like, you can't get mad at us for seeing your fake asses. That is what I'm starting to feel like is the big problem. Everybody wants to be down with, good old Africa, the motherland. And it's like, nigga, the people who are promoting that shit haven't done shit for Africa. Look, these motherfuckers are still going, excuse my language, but these people are still going through the same shit that these bitch niggas been claiming they fighting for the longest. These motherfuckers are still starving over there. And it's like, how can you claim that these supposed Pan Africans are down from Africa or down for Africa and they drive foreign cars? You see, even Khalid Muhammad was driving a fucking Mercedes. It's like, come on, bro. This shit don't make no fucking sense. Y'all for the people, by the people. Y'all got all this fucking money. Jay-Z done wore a fucking Circle 7 chain on his shit, but they're still starving people in Africa. And y'all gonna say some dumb shit like, oh, we can't feed everybody. Why not? The white dude's doing it. It's called the welfare system. So it's funny, the white dude who y'all claim ain't shit, he's beneath you, fucking, you're better than him. He can create something called the welfare system and food stamps and EBT to help people out. Bitch ass black people, or sorry, my bad, bitch ass Pan Africans have had money for years. All of you have. Don't say y'all don't support the celebrity. Yeah, y'all do. Y'all big up them bitch ass niggas all the time. So, what have y'all done for Africa? Like, at least the American Indians are talking about helping America, motherfucker. They're talking about their land, where they are. Who's the one that been hating on America? Ben said, shut it down, burn it down, destroy it. Pan Africans. Okay. What the fuck have they done for Africa? Nothing. It's like, this is a clear-cut checkmate. Everybody who messes with that shit ends up being a fucking basehead. Look what happened to fucking young Pharaoh. Look what happened to that dude. He was all pro black out. Then he ends up splitting from Cyrus Sunseti. Why he do that? I thought Cyrus Sunseti was that guy. I thought that was the thing. And then people be like, oh, that don't mean nothing. It's like, okay, so if that don't mean nothing, all right, what about Umar Johnson coming out talking about y'all should have stole something during the George Floyd riots? That was good. That was good that y'all stole something from the George Floyd riots. Okay. But then at the same time, you want to promote black, like, decency and the legacy towards black people and yada 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 and all this shit, but it's like you're condoning them stealing. Stealing is not a rule that white people made. Stealing is not a rule that the Bible made. Stealing comes from the village. If you've seen somebody take from your hut, motherfucker, it's like you're not supposed to do that. Okay, so why would Pan-Africans be promoting stealing? Why? If they supposed to be good. Why? And then why haven't these niggas united? It's like, it's so funny. Y'all been Pan-Africans this whole time to just start fighting against religions, and now the Indian talk is like, bruh, before the Indian talk even happened, what was y'all doing? The same dilapidated shit that you boule niggas been doing, arguing about a religion that you claim you don't believe in. Oh, it's for the people. Bruh, how you gonna convince people insulting what they believe in? Make it make sense. Make that shit make sense. How are you gonna get these people to feel you if you're talking shit about them? Now, I'm pretty sure people say that same thing about me. Well, how do you think you're gonna get the Pan-Africans to change if you're so? No. I have every right to talk shit about this bitch ass group because I don't believe it. I don't believe that half of the people that are claiming they don't know, I believe they do know. It's 2023, player. There's no way in hell you could still be regurgitating the same crap that has never got nobody nowhere. It makes no sense. So, I'm, no, fuck that. I'm not even gonna say that because I'd be like, oh yeah, I'm for Africa. No, the fuck I'm not. No, I'm not. And you want to know why I'm not for Africa? Because Africans are not for Americans. Motherfucker, who didn't know that? You've never heard no large amount of Africans talking about, yes, I can't wait to link up with my American brothers and we're going to get free together. And they don't talk like that. They don't, because they like the Mercedes too. Africans like all that foreign European shit, just like you sleep niggas like all that foreign European shit. And I'm not going to front. I'm not saying don't get you some good things in life. That's not my point. My point is, what have Pan-Africans done for Africans? Not a motherfucking thing. Because what you going to teach an African? Africans really work. Africans really work hard. They really get up in the morning. They really beat the pavement. Like, they get it in. Y'all niggas don't do that. Y'all sell drugs. So what the fuck could you teach an African? Oh, some education. What, the white dude's education that you keep claiming that, you're against? But you stay using this shit like DNA tests and all types of, the science. Oh, that's not his. No. That's not what we're saying. We're saying for somebody who wanted to be completely separate from this dude, y'all ended up taking a lot of his talking points. And then if it is truly just science, then why are you using stuff that these abos don't need to use? I heard somebody say, well, since y'all don't believe in DNA, you can't use DNA. Well, here's the thing. Nobody's trying to link up with some people that they know they don't know, and they're not kicking it with you don't know the language of and claiming that that's them. No, that's Pan-Africans who do that. Only a Pan-African is born and raised in Detroit, claiming that he took a DNA test that linked him up to Nigeria, and now all of a sudden he's Nigerian. What kind of idiot do you take me for? You don't know that language. You damn sure ain't ready for their customs and culture because you niggas is crooked and wicked and ignorant. So that can't be it. So why would I fall for something like that? Oh, you have the tribe. Yeah, I got you. To me, it makes perfect sense why the American Indians are waking up. Like, oh, did you guys know that they just murked? The Indians just killed somebody. Watch, hold on. Check this shit out. Check this shit out right here. Y'all be like, damn. And these is Native Americans. But look who they killed, though. This is an interesting story. Check this out. Oh yeah, word on the streets. Berg, excuse me, is a jiu-jitsu champion. Jiu-jitsu. I don't believe it. Somebody said he paid the niggas off. Oh man, he paid the motherfuckers off, man. I believe it. Where we at? Now I just want to show y'all this real quick. I'm gonna try to find the real article again, but I made sure to like screenshot it. Check this out. What does it say? It says 2 Long Island men vanished days apart after visiting Native American reservation. Look at them. I thought these was the real Indians though. I thought they was. For some reason, for them to be 2 real Indians, why did they end up disappearing? That's just interesting to me. Like that just had me scratching my head. I was like, I thought these were the safest ones. I thought Negroes claiming to be Indians was like blasphemy. You know what I'm saying? And it's these Latinos and stuff that are these real Native Americans up north. See, that's where people keep fucking up at. You keep forgetting the Taino is South America. They're not from up north. What I believe happened was they probably came up there and was talking some stuff. I don't think the Siberian took too fond of that, because maybe they could have been on our side. I don't know. They could have been up there telling some real stuff. Like, who knows? Somebody didn't like what they was talking about though. I ain't never heard nothing like that. I ain't never heard no Negroes disappearing after they visited a Native American reservation. And I know plenty of Negroes that visit the reservation all the time. So I'm just wondering, like, that was just interesting to me. I'm like, And that was on the 5th, Cinco de Mayo. It's code language. It speaks in codes. Even if you don't believe me, even if you're like, now you're reaching on that one, I'm just saying, you would have thought Paleface would have disappeared if anybody. But no. It was these 2. Oh well, whatever. See, I'm playing both sides of the board. I'm showing you the conquistador and the fake African. I'm showing both. What have Pan-Africans done for Africa? Because you ain't doing shit for the American Indian over here running your mouth about Africa. That ain't help. Y'all been talking about that shit for the longest. We ended up being gangbangers, all types of dumb shit. Oh, there was an African society. No, let me tell you something, Rob Bourne. Let me explain something to Rob Bourne and see if it works its way into his brain. Why did Prince Hall call himself an African and he was from Barbados? Why? They even calling you an African American. They even putting American on your shit. So how is he just an African if his dad's from England, his mom's from France, and he's born in Barbados? How? So I ask you the same question. How Are you African if your mama's American and your daddy's American and you born in New York or Detroit or Alabama or California? How the fuck are you African? DNA test and the white dude's story. Oh, and the credibility of the people that sold you and your boule black historians. Oh, what's on that say? Oh, you calling Professor James Smalls the same as a white Mason? Oh, are ya? Are ya? No, I'm not even gonna call Kayawata Booker T. Coleman. I'm not even gonna call him one of those, even though they could possibly be. Because I thought Booker T. Coleman was a homosexual. I don't care what nobody said. I thought he was gay. You know, people, nobody ever want to talk about that. But it's like, is Brother Kayawata a homosexual? He could be. He seems like it. Like, you guys act like, oh, he's just being nice. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes it's not the way you talk, it's your mannerisms. It's the way you act. You know what I'm saying? I love Little Richard. Little Richard was fruitcake. I know that. You know what I'm saying? I love Prince. Prince was a fruitcake. You know what I mean? Like, even when it comes, like, that's how I know Mike wasn't gay, because it's like Mike could get mad. Mike get angry. Never really seen Prince like get angry like that. Even Little Richard, never seen Little Richard get angry like that. I've never seen Brother Kaiwadi get angry like that. It was like, I don't know, yo. Like, I don't know. I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying, like, sometimes I'll be like, I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. Because even if he was, that's not going to change, the knowledge and the information. You know what I mean? And he said a lot of good things. So I'm not saying that in disrespect or in bad blood. I'm saying it like, you never know with y'all. Ever since we found out so much about y'all. But what have y'all done for Africa? Haile Selassie joined the United Nations. Got so much to the point where it's like they getting ran by a foreign government. You know what I'm saying? People be like, oh, Ethiopia, nah, bro, not anymore. Not really. Not really. And then why would we want a worldwide government for Africa when white people never did a worldwide government for Europe? No, they didn't. People would say that shit, you're a lie. Nigga, they came to America. They don't even all get along. You got fucking Putin warring with fucking America not seeing eye to eye with even Europe all the time, don't tread on me. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? What is you talking about? Like think about it. Now I'm getting mad. What is these Pan-Africans talking about? Oh, it's worldwide Gestapo, world white supremacy. It's like, wait a minute, what the fuck is don't tread on me then? What the fuck does that even mean? What does that mean? I could have swore that the Americans versus the British or the England, however you want to call it, I could have swore that beef really happened. What the hell is going on? It's like somebody just bombed the Kremlin. Oh, that's fake. Okay, cool. All right. I said the Kremlin, homie. I didn't say his fucking apartment or some other shit. No, nigga, that's like somebody bombed the White House or something. Y'all talking about some insurrection. Motherfuckers walked in the Capitol. That wasn't the White House. That wasn't the White House. So it's like, in the Capitol, yeah, that's a big thing. But it's like, think about it. Even the Pentagon been hit. Oh, those are Arabians. Do Arabians, do they consider them white over here, or are they black on status? Just like Asian people, are they white or are they black on status? See, they got Pan-Africans and white supremacy, Boule, fucking Masons, Illuminati, chessboard. They got y'all out here on a fucking coloring book tantrum. Like y'all out here on a coloring book tantrum. Not making no damn sense. Colors ain't got nothing to do with status. Is a Hindu considered black or white in America? See, y'all Pan-Africans got y'all looking like some idiots. Y'all over there, oh, they're all minorities and they don't care about the minority. What the fuck minorities you talking about? What minority is you talking about? The only two minorities that is honestly losing, let's keep it 100, is them fucking what you call Negroes and Latinos. And for some weird fucking reason, both of them come from the same land, America. The only people that's truly getting dogged out and put in some stupid gang culture and shit. And everybody, all these other people got gang. Get the fuck out of here. They got mafias. You know what I'm saying? That the Mexican mafia, I don't call that a mafia. That's not a real mafia because it's operated in prison. All the main hitters in the Mexican mafia are doing life. So that can't be true organized crime. That cannot truthfully be La Familia. That can't be, because La Familia is a family. This shit starts in the fucking in the old country. You know what I'm saying? And they always give props to their OGs, you know what I'm saying? The ones who work in the fields. It's like, it's different. I mean, that shit wasn't the mafia. The Italian mafia was not co-inspired and created in the prison system. You know what I'm saying? They ran the prison system. Shit, they ran the judges. You know what I'm saying? It took a long time for the mob to fall off. You know what I'm saying? It took a long time. They had been running this shit. What Gotti says Coach knows is like 120 years. You know what I'm saying? It's like, what? This is some real, that's, bro, mafia was made different. Italian mob, the Jewish mob, you know what I'm saying? The Russian mob, you know, like those was made different. Those is totally different. This is more or less being ran by organized crime, as in like drugs. You know what I'm saying? Really, the mafia really didn't. The only crimes they were doing was, I would say, the alcohol. But being able to push cigarettes for cheap, I mean, even though they would be robbing against, I'm not saying that that's not a crime, but I'm saying like usually it was strong arm shit that they were doing. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you want your store protected? You know, you should work for me. You should pay me a percentage. And you know what I'm saying? That's how they would really run it. And yeah, okay, sometimes they would bully the people and be like, look, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But what I'm trying to say is a mafia is not a gang. A gang is so lower tier compared to a mafia, you know, and it's like, what do they have the community on? Lower tier. What do they have the education on? Lower tier. What do they have the parenting on? Lower tier. Everything's lower tier in the Pan-African community because the Pan-African community is the black community. But here's the scary thing. That's also the American Indian community. And that's the argument. I'm saying that you guys can't do nothing for us because you can't even do nothing for your fucking banner. The banner of your whole point, you want to unify the world and make one world government, one Pan-African world. Okay, bro, you're not doing nothing for Africa. How the fuck can you tell us that you want to make a Pangea African spiritual representative, world, and y'all don't even do nothing for them? That makes no damn sense. Sitting up here, throwing up your fist, talking about old motherland Africa, ain't doing nothing for these starving kids. Nothing. And how do I know you ain't do nothing for damn kids? Your own damn kids are in the streets of the fucking cities of America. Every day, they out there trying to eat something, trying to get into trouble. Everybody know what trouble originally comes from. Trouble originally comes from your stomach rumbling. You hungry. You know what I'm saying? That's originally where the whole point is. What is the point of money? Especially to a kid. A kid ain't renting no fucking apartment. They not buying no car. It's a kid. It's food. You know what I'm saying? It's survive. It's survival. So if these kids got EBT, low income, they got all these rappers where, you can literally become a SoundCloud rapper. You can get cash apps and shit. People buy your mixtape and stuff. You could send it to them. Their email. They can download it. It's like, bro, with all this, technology and easy access to money. There's OnlyFans for girls and stuff. They ain't even gotta leave the house now. You can just do the same thing you was doing for free. Play with your monkey and put it on camera. Now you can get paid. It's like, oh, you put a mask on or whatever the case may be. I'm showing you all your possibilities. All your possibilities. Y'all start selling Percocets and shit. Y'all start doing prescription drugs. Something black people never used to do. Y'all, I'm not saying back in the day y'all didn't, pop the Red Devils, you know what I'm saying, or what was them, Bennies, you know what I'm saying? Because don't get it confused. Back in the 50s and in the 40s and shit, people pop pills, you know what I'm saying? Red Devils, Bennies, you know what I mean? Roofies. I think those was way back then. And then, later on in the 80s, motherfuckers was on the Quaaludes. And it's like, don't get it confused. This shit ain't new. But I'm saying that to say this. With all that going on, courtesy of Pan-Africanism, because we never had the American Indian talk. We've never had this. And every time we're talking about it, it's more strengthening, more enlightening, and more powerful than anything that these Pan-Africans said, because all they do is point you back to Egypt. Remember, they are Boule Masons. They cannot deny it. All they did was do the same thing that the secret white dudes were doing. It's the same fucking run. They're from West Africa, just like the white dude is from England. Okay, but he wants to put up what are the things called, the minarets or the tekken, or what do you guys call it? I forgot what you guys call it, but it's a minaret. You know what I'm saying? It's the thing that's at Washington, D.C. It's a phallus symbol. It's a tekken. Okay, that's took from Egypt. All right. They even put them on your tombs, as your tombstone. Some people have the minaret as a tombstone. It's like, okay, Egypt. All right, what he put on the back of the dollar bill? Egypt. All right, what they wearing in the fucking Mason Lodge? Aprons. Where they get that from? Egyptians, motherfucker. It's like, that's where they get all this shit from. Okay, what did the Black Power knowledge unit do? Take you right back to fucking Egypt. It's the same shit. Why? Because that is fucking masonry. Anybody who is dealing with Egypt and gun-ho with it and talking about the greatest civilization, that motherfucker is a mason. Get the fuck out of here. Just like the fucking Bible. It's the same thing. Why you think they told you don't fuck with them? And people be like, well, what you mean? What you trying to say? If they wrote the book, and you notice the Jews included themselves in there too, because it's their book. They made sure they went to Egypt. They made sure that Moses would learn in all the ways of this shit, because we're telling you something. So why would they curse them? But if you read the book, it tells you, do not abhor an Egyptian, because you were a stranger in their land. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would their God tell them, oh, evil Egypt, oh, evil Egypt, but then at the same time tell them, don't diss them though, because they could have let your ass starve. You know what I'm saying? You was a stranger in their land. You didn't know nothing. You didn't know what plants were good to eat, what plants weren't. You didn't know anything. They could have let your ass starve, but they didn't. Then it even says that their children in the third generation will enter the kingdom of heaven. God claims that Egyptians is going to heaven. Their third generation. And that's why I be trying to tell these people, I'm like, yo, y'all got to realize something. You don't understand that spell that you're dealing with and what it really is. It's the golden children. It's the awakened children. And it has nothing to do with racism. And it has nothing to do with, woe is me, they killed another one of us on TV programming. No, it has nothing to do with none of that. It was going to be a time, and I keep telling people, God came back to earth. Christ has been back. It's knowledge. That's what it is. It's the knowledge that they weren't teaching you in the program. You know what I'm saying? And people think once they get some chakras, that's not in the school program. No, dickhead, that is too. That is too. All that stuff. That's why you've never heard this conversation. That's why the Indian conversation has never been said, because that was the mystery. That was the hidden story. They can take you to the Bible. They can take you to slavery. They can take you to fucking spaceships. They can take you wherever they want. But you cannot deal with what the fuck happened on paper. And that's what people keep messing up at. They keep thinking treaties is just treaties. No. Whatever they wrote in those racist days, that is what it was. So when you start mixing Negroes and Indians and making them colors, or you want to say Africans and Indians and making them colors, there's too many freaking references that are going to keep going back to these two being mistakenly identical for some reason. For some reason, it was uncanny with them two. Nobody could tell the difference. And I can understand why, because there's no such thing as racism back then. There is no such thing as racism back then. So the white dude, just like Mystique, whatever the fuck they said, it's like, it's derogatory, it's racist, okay. But at the same time, bro, who's giving him the right to claim anybody's anything? Who the fuck is he? Who said his eyes are even good? Like, who knows if the white dude who was doing this shit, Mystique, who knows if he even had 20/20 vision? Or like, if he could see a mile away, or, you know what I'm saying, if he was a good marksman or something. It's like, who the fuck is this person? Just like the DNA test, who is this person that we're giving credit to going all around the world and pricking people's fingers and shit like he's the fucking the demon of the world or something? Like, who is this person? Who is this guy or this girl, whatever the fuck, that was able to go all around the world and prick everybody's finger to tell us who the fuck they were? There's fucking grown-ass men that have been taking care of kids for 15 years and find out that the kid ain't theirs. But he didn't know. So what the fuck does that mean? Who fucking finger did you prick? And how do you even know if that's their real fucking child? How do you know they're not guardians to this child? How do you know it's not a third, fourth cousin that died and they took it in? How the fuck do you know? It's like, how do you know? Oh, because they talked to the families. Who the fuck are you to tell me anything? There's 10 fucking ways to speak Spanish. There's literally 10 fucking type of Spanish. There are Portuguese who don't understand Dominicans. There are Dominicans who don't understand Puerto Ricans. I'm telling you the truth. So how the fuck are you going to keep giving this dude everything? And I'm saying that to say this. That is the Pan-Africans run. That's y'all run. It don't matter what fucking black historian you give me. They all went to their fucking schools. Knock it off. Oh, well, what school were they supposed to go to? Bitch, Dunbar. Maybe they could have resurrected one of their own schools. Nah, we can't do that. We don't even speak about that school. And here's the funny thing is, it was in Washington fucking D.C. It was right by the Capitol. Nobody talks about that. But whatever. That's getting off track. What have Pan-Africans done for Africans? Because I'm over it, man. I got, like I said, I have my paperwork. These jokers ain't got no paperwork. They ain't got nobody admitting that they're turning Indians into Negroes. They ain't got no paperwork like that. They don't. They just some Africans from some tribes that this white dude did business with, and then all of a sudden they come all the way over here and now they Negroes. And people are like, oh, well, no, the Negro is referred to the African back in the 1500s. And like, wait, hold up, bitch. Hold up. You telling me that these Spanish-speaking people didn't have a word for dark or black before they met a fucking African? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? Excuse my language, but I knew the color black before I met a real fucking African. So what does that mean? And I knew the color black before somebody told me I was from Africa. Peep that one. If you can give me something that these Pan-Africans have contributed to Africa and helped Africa with, I'll let this whole conversation go. But as long as people keep going into stupid shit like DNA, something else they can't prove, they're like, oh, you're a real geneticist. I know you're not. So I know you can't tell me what the fuck they're doing to determine what is any fucking way. Oh, they take the blood and they match it up to this grid. And if it's like the grid, so what the fuck is this? A fucking code in Zelda now? You got these little chip pieces and you credify that as what? It's like, motherfucker, there's only 4 type of bloods. Like, you can have minuses and pluses, but it's like, really, there's only like 4 or 5 type of bloods. So you're telling me that there's so many, like, remember, there's different countries within Africa. Africa is a continent. So you got like 50 different countries, but you have 200 different languages. That's countries. I mean, you got cities and towns or states, however you want to look at it. 200 dialects. Somebody pricked the finger of the whole world and was able to do this. But y'all over here, and you got, Senator Elizabeth Warren taking Native American tests, and they can't determine what she is. They're like, yeah, she's Aboriginal, but not to Americans. But there's no way to determine if she's, Native American or not. We just don't have the research for it. And the reason that I know this is true is because you are disrespectful as fuck if you think that these tribes went to 23andMe or Ancestry.com. You're a fucking idiot. You should spit in your own face. How could you dare disrespect people that you raped, pillaged, and took their land, moved them to small quarters, and then think that you're going to treat them like a fucking bread line or what they call them things? It's not a guado or whatever the hell they call it. Squatter rolls or like, yo, what do you think this is? What are you, the Third Reich? The hell is going on over here? America's like the government's just going to go up to them with these ancestry tests. Remember that the Pentagon is calling a good Christmas gift. Shout out to Bro Sanchez. He's the one who told me that, and I looked it up. And it's true. Shit did happen. They did call it a good Christmas gift. It's not real. For entertainment purposes only. Why? Because why the fuck would you be able to solve a crime scene before the police get there? Why would they give you that type of shit? Because people be like, oh, shit, well, how they catch murderers? Do you think the fucking police would give you their high-tech CIS or CSI type of information through a simple do-it-at-your-house kit? Are you serious? Oh, will they give a drug test? Yes, it's the test if you're on drugs, you fucking idiot. What's wrong with that? Maybe you're a caring parent. I don't know. But it's like, you think they're going to give you forensic evidence to be able to solve murders or to be able to clean up murders? If you knew that type of information, like how to DNA scout the way that you're claiming, and they would just do it at these little regular hole-in-the-wall clinics, bro, they could clean up murder. They clean up murder if it was the same type test. But there's 3 DNA tests. That's how you know that these people are playing games with you. But who's doing that? Panties. Who's the biggest talker of DNA tests? Pan Africans. You ain't heard a white person in your life talk about DNA tests unless they were talking about their kids. You know what I'm saying? I checked bitch's mind. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. She's like 40 years old. Fuck that whore. But it's like, no, not for real. You never, you never hear about Japanese people. Like, you never seen that on TV. Just hi, welcome to Yoshi's pad. And yes, today we're going to discuss about, like, you've never seen that. And there's a bunch of Asians talking about DNA tests. Yes, I found out I am related to Hushigazazu. That's my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather. He fought in the 1200 dynasty. But it's like, no, nothing like that. Why do everybody on earth know their story except these supposed Africans? And why would you have to get a test? Check this out. Why would you have to get a test from some people that fucked you over to begin with? And why would you believe that they would rape, pillage, and take somebody's land and then turn around 2 to 3 to 400 years later and make these people stand in a line and give their blood to check their ancestry. Smoke on that shit. Smoke on that shit. You wonder why they won't even let you around these plantation Indians. Why they gave them reservations to begin with. You ain't never went to school with a bunch of Indians in your life. Maybe you had some Hindus. You ain't never had a bunch of American Indians you kicked it with at school. Or did you? Oh! Oh! That's weird. That's weird. That's a weird one. How'd they do that? Because Senator Elizabeth Warren's Native American blood was inconclusive because there's no way to determine if you're Native American because they have nothing to do with DNA tests. They're not a part of your law. They're not a part of your nation. They have nothing to do with your fucking tube test babies or your vaccine shots that you guys have to get for your children when you birth them in their fucking hospital. No, they don't have nothing to do with that. See, they're their home nation. They're off on their own. So tell me this. What have Pan-Africans done for Africans? Forget us American Negroes. Forget us. We ain't got nothing to do with it. We hopeless. Remember, you can't help. Even though y'all the dummies who put us in this stupid, hopeless spell, but whatever. Remember, his name's Tupac Shakur. He's talking about he's the ex-Black Panther or his mom shit and revolutionary, but it's thug life at the end. But his name is Tupac Amaru, that is a Inca Indian name. So what did they sneak in front of us the whole time? Pac was an Indian from Cuba. Mother's like, that ain't true. Dog, it is. His name's Tupac Amaru, which is an American Indian name. But he taught nothing but African stuff and Black Panther revolutionary stuff, CIA stuff. Ain't that weird? Nobody knew that. Now they're all bragging about this name. Everybody's like, oh, wow, he's named after a dog. If you don't shut the fuck up, don't you notice in today's time how people are saying that the Negro is the American Indian and they lied about it being from Africa? And then all of a sudden, you Tupac warriors and lovers, now you guys want to talk about his name? But wait a minute, what did he talk? Pan-Africanism, Black Panther shit. Okay, why? Because he's a CIA agent, and that's what we're saying. A lot of these fucking, Negro celebrities are. They know they is. They know they are. See? And they're like, oh, we're just going to live it up and live off the people. No, it doesn't work like that because 32 trillion in debt. And where's Will's We's gold? I'm not going nowhere. I'm from here. I'm from the rock. I'm staying. Can't push me off. You couldn't dare get me to leave my home. Not saying I wouldn't travel the world, see the world, look at the world, enjoy the world. I'm not knocking that. It's a beautiful world. God's green earth. That's in America, man. And people always talk about you can't say you're American like Christopher Columbus is these Europeans y'all talking about. He's not them. And he's not Americos Vespucius who took the name because his name was Aberascocius Vanscucius. It wasn't Amerisk. It wasn't. That's not how his original name was. He changed his name up once he came to America. That name is old. Tupac Amaru. America, Amaru, Amera. That vibration has been over here a long time. Amaru. It's the same thing. People like, oh, Africa. No. It's cool to be from Africa. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the problem. You guys don't do anything for Africans. That's the problem. These niggas ain't never had an African cookout, but they just invited nothing but the Africans and like really try to enjoy Africa because they're not from Africa. They're some CIA agents. They don't want to admit, but that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, y'all keep that. Y'all keep that because I ain't even beefing with real Africans. They don't come over here talking that white man slavery shit. They don't say that shit. That's y'all. And matter of fact, shout out to real Africans. Shout out to the Nigerians and them Ugandans and them Egyptians and Ethiopians and people from Chad, Zimbabwe. You know what I'm saying? The Congo, Mali, you know, Angola, you know, Morocco. Be like, don't get it confused. Like, and that's the funny thing. I'm naming places that people don't even know in Africa. Most of y'all just know Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Maybe Ghana. But it's like, shoot. Oh, in South Africa, everybody know that. But it's like Tanzania. You know what I mean? All them joints, like, yo, I ain't got no problem with no Africans. Like, real Africans, I like them dudes. They cool. I like them girls. They straight. They not the ones who fed me this fake ass story anyway. They weren't even around. And when they came through, white people let them in their establishments. So that's a checkmate within itself. We're some fucking idiots. We're the biggest idiots on earth. The American Negro is the biggest idiot on earth. And Muhammad Ali is telling you back in his day, he literally seen foreign Africans be able to go into the white man's store and the white man tell you, oh, don't worry about them. They ain't no Negroes. What is a Negro for sale? Like, what the fuck does that mean? I just checkmated the whole game and didn't even have to read no fucking books and shit. I didn't. I just had to have the grown ass Muhammad Ali, God bless the dead, speak on video. They recorded him. He's on a show. I think it was Dick Calvert or however you say his name. He's on a show. He's right there. We got the camera on him. He's like, yo, I literally seen Africans in their African attire go inside of white establishments and they tell them, oh, don't worry about it. They're not Negroes. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? What does that mean? So let's go all the way back to this slavery shit because they keep claiming it. Negroes for sale. Oh, the Negro is illustrating the African. You sound stupid as fuck, bro. No, it's not. The whole Negroid shit doesn't come out until the 1700s. And why is that? Because of white supremacy. The Negroid, the Caucasoid, the Mongoloid. They created that shit. And if you notice, here's another thing, P. Peep the game, P. Peep the game, P. If you notice, that shit really only goes three ways. It's like you can bring in the Malaysian, but that's fucking with what? Asians. Okay. You could bring in the American, but y'all gonna claim that's fucking with Asians. Now, why am I saying it like that? Because nigga, it's Asians is dominating this whole conversation. If you want to be honest, homie, if you look at the map, if you want to be honest about it, they said Mongolian. Okay, that's reverting back to Asians. Okay, then there's the Malaysian. Okay, that's reverting back to Asians. All right. When it comes to the American, y'all story, I'm not saying my story. I'm saying y'all story is a Siberian, but y'all talking about from the north. See, I fucks with you with the Asian talk, but not from the north. I fucks with you from that Oceania shit from the south. That's where I'll mess with you. Yeah, when it comes to Anchor White and all that stuff, yeah, those were some dark-skinned, melanated, what you would call Asians, but they weren't Asians. Those was just melanated beings. You know what I'm saying? There is no fucking Asians, bro. He made this shit up. He started calling people different names, converting off the basis of his eyes, what he viewed them as. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the right to tell people who the fuck they is and then come through with some spaceman cadet bullshit fucking science set later on talking about, oh, it's this is the DNA lab and yeah, I can tell you who you are. Or, oh, you got to believe me because they use it in crime and law. No, bitch, there's 3 different DNA tests. You're a fucking lying. Ain't no way in hell they give some rinky-dink quarter nimcompoops the fucking science to find bodies and shit. It's like, no, bro, no. What the fuck they got it for then? What they got it for if anybody can just be a fucking private eye like this is the 1900s or something? It's like, what the fuck you think you a Dick Tracy? Get the fuck out of here, bro. And all they had was a magnifying glass. Like, they didn't even have, like, nigga, shut up. So I'm saying that to say this. What have Pan-Africans done for Africa? I know y'all see fucking Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy as the old Jewish dude. I picked that up because See, this is the biggest stumper of the year. This is the biggest stumper, and it's not even hard. It's just an easy ass question. What have they done for Africans? You tell me. I don't have to argue with you. These are some American dumbass backward jackasses who don't realize who the fuck they is, and they want you to argue with their, bed of lies because everybody's believing it. Dog, I'm telling you the truth, homie. If they could come back and see themselves again, they would piss in your face. So I ain't even mad at it. I don't even trip. I ain't tripping off you jokers. Make your little money. Who gives a fuck? Like, this place is 32 trillion in debt. Why you think? Because we've been missing the goalpost for the fucking longest. We the ones who know, we're the most innovative, but haven't been creating shit, and we're wondering why we're falling. This doesn't make any fucking sense. They hit 50,000 patents that we fucking created. None of y'all know nothing about it. Stupid motherfuckers. One of us made 300 inventions off of one that he discovered. Embarrassing. Like, we're fucking embarrassing. Oh, what about you? Dog, I made fucking 10,000 fucking videos. I put so much fucking information on the internet, they had to erase my other fucking page. I'm not tripping off this shit. I keep science wherever I go. I'm gonna always have that. That's not the problem. The problem is, what have Pan-Africans done for the Africans? At all. They even got a chance to make one a household name. And instead, they just let him stay in the comedy land. And that's Michael Blackson. They could have took Michael Blackson and gave him some serious roles eventually and turned him into like a household actor. Nope. Kept him in the comedy. Oh, what are you talking about? He's a comedian. So is Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey done played a couple real ass roles. Why? Because they respect the man enough to give him a chance to play a real role. What y'all done for the African, man? Besides wear a fucking unk and a dashiki and a head wrap and topping y'all fucking ignorance on top of it. Y'all, lighting candles? No, I ain't disrespecting that. I'm talking about the thug music. You got people locked up in the penitentiary right now with a fucking unk on. Unk on their neck, tattooed on their arm or something. How the fuck you representing my aunt, nigga, and you locked in prison? That makes no sense whatsoever. Because how can you claim that when you die, when you done already broke the law? You're not supposed to be breaking no laws whatsoever. Just like Muslims in prison. See, converting to God in prison is taboo. Because you should have been knew him before you even got locked up. You should have never had to went that far before you knew who that was, if you want to claim that role. So that wash all you 5%ers and, you know what I'm saying, all you Christian compound warriors, all that stuff makes no sense. Because you fighting a criminal when you a damn criminal. That ain't the fight. That ain't the fight at all. They don't even claim it's a physical war. They say it's a holy war. It's a spiritual war. So what's that mean? We talking about the minds. See, it's the mind that gathers the thoughts that withers or strengthens your spirit. Vibration is words. That's why there's certain people you like talking to, and certain people you don't. See, I'm just here to help. You know what I mean? That's all I am. I'm an angle. I gotta put that video out, man. Are aliens angels or angels? I don't know. Maybe that extraterrestrial stuff ain't as far away as it seems. Maybe they created a story based off your story and took you out there instead of dominating down here. And that's why back in ancient times, yeah, we had, stories, but it never really got off the ground as much. Most of that stuff took place on Earth. They get in the game and now they make a whole space saga. Now you worry about aliens and all types of other stuff. Why did they call them alien? Foreign from you. Foreign from you. What did the ancient call them? Visitors. It's another checkmate. For some reason, they called them alien. You called them visitors from beyond. And then they start calling it, oh, yeah, visitor. Man, don't play with me. But I'm saying all that to say this. Because we ain't trying to get spooky. We trying to get real. What have Pan-Africans done for Africa? They starving over there, man. They starving over there, man. And when they come over here, they don't fuck with you like that. They use your shit. All the negative. You ain't never seen a African walking down the street in a suit talking about some Malcolm X talk. Never. You ain't never seen them try to imitate Duke Ellington, Cab Calloway. I mean, none of they females just singing any Billie Holiday records. I say I'm trying to show you something, boys. I'm trying to show you something. In girls. These Pan-Africans ain't nothing but hot air. Talk. They people starving to death over there. Over here, they got food stamps, EBT. They be like, oh, that's the white man. No, it ain't. The fuck? Who they steal all their welfare money from when they went through the Great Depression? Who they steal all that from? Whose crops they burned? Who people got lynched? Who? I ain't seeing there not an African over here. Because remember, Ali, God bless dead, told us they was allowed to walk in the store in their attire, their garb. Got so bad, you got American Negroes hiding, disguising themselves as Hindus just to make it. And that's real talk. That really happened. Dressed up in turbans, calling themselves Moors. Trying to get cool with them Shriners. Pan-Africans ain't doing shit for Africans. That's why they ain't doing shit for us. Same old stories. Same old tales. Woe is me. Hold me, cuz they did it so wrong. Let's go shoot each other. Oh, I don't use the word nigga, but you'll kill one with no problem. Just because you don't call the man an insult don't mean you won't insult the man. You see? They want us to be slow, stupid. And that's why we worship an ideology that won't even help the name of the brand. How you going to call yourself a Pan-African? How you going to want a worldwide African unified and you ain't even over there helping them? Speeches ain't going to help them. What about agriculture? Teach them how to grow. Oh, they already know how to do that. Oh, they already do. Why don't you teach them how to, create a business? Get them Chinese off their neck. Get them Dutch, the French, the Russians off their ass. Nah, you ain't gonna. You out here fucking with one white guy. Demand. They got like 5, 6, 7 of them they facing. You won't even show your punk ass up. That's cool. I'll tell you like this though. We can work it out. We can get it together. Hell, we can even collab with y'all, man. But the truth, two things I need y'all to do. You need to figure out where the fuck you from, and you need to figure out what is going on. Because if you think we're going to play all this information that we found outside of the program public school system that they wrote, we didn't create this shit. Ain't no fucking plagiarism back in the fucking 1700. What? Who? What? And why with this? This ain't no Bible talk. This ain't no spookism, boys. It's fucking people. That discovery shit that the Catholics did was something else, man. And that shit's still being played out to this day. Y'all colorblind. But because of that, you colorbound. And that's what the chessboard needed. That's all they needed. A couple gimps. A couple wimps that was willing to participate in this stupid ass game that was initiated when you integrated with your boule ass. Because you wasn't in they fucking schools. You didn't have no Greek fraternities, punk. All your HBCUs, none of them should be Greek. What the fuck? Are you a free black person with your own Egyptian, wink, wink, supposive, fucking background, and you would run your punk ass to the fucking Greek? Because, boy, you boule, boy. You think people stupid. That's enough. What have the Pan-Africans done for Africans? Because I ain't seen nothing. But I see a lot of spell casting going on over here. I see a lot of, we revolutionary turned to thugs, which don't make no fucking sense. How the hell you know your way home and then get lost? How the hell you know your way home and then you get lost? You better be glad we on this internet. I beat your fucking ass with a belt. Saying some stupid ass shit to grandpa like that. Don't make no sense. How you go from RBG to gangster? How do you go from knowing what happened to you to making it happen to you? Makes no sense. All my real thugging and ignorance was all before I had any knowledge whatsoever. And ever since I've had it, I've been gunning and gunning and gunning. And it ain't gonna stop. What have the Pan-Africans done for Africans? I ain't seen shit. If you can show it to me, I owe you $50. But you won't be able to. Because there's no way they can fix them. A continent with countries. If they can't even fix up the damn street. Remember, all the light show is asking for is your time and your ears. Not asking for a dime. And that's the scary thing. And that's the thing they're afraid of. When somebody wants it that bad that they don't want anything for it, it's a scary person to mess with because they don't know what they can offer you. See, they're all about the offer, the deal. Sign the contract, the deal. They don't know what to offer you. It doesn't seem like anything is worthy of what you would want. There's one thing you can offer me. That's the whole fucking thing.